And we're live on kpcradio.com. This is the Do Something Amazing show. I'm your host, Ayo. Today we have a little deeper show. We're going to talk about domestic violence. And today's guests, we have Trish and Kelly.
Hi, I'm Trish Steele. I'm the founder of Safe Passage, and I started it 10 years ago. With me, I have Kelly Green, who's one of our graduates from the program. Safe Passage is a nonprofit charity. It's very unique. What we do is we take women and children of domestic violence that have been in a shelter for a while, and we transform their lives from the inside out to help these women to become self-sufficient through a team of experts, and we give them an extreme life makeover from the inside out.
What made you start the Safe Passage?
I was a victim of domestic violence, ended up in the emergency hospital, and a plastic surgeon came to my rescue, repaired my face, and he didn't charge me one dime for doing that. And then the emergency hospital, just told me that I didn't have to pay the bill, and all the friends that I had that let me stay with them. It was the giving of those people put a passion in my heart that one day I was going to give back. And 3 years later, I started giving back, and I started this whole Safe Passage.
Kelly? So you're actually a graduate from Safe Passage. So can you kind of walk us through the experience in your eyes and your perspective?
They put my face back the way it was supposed to be. And so when I looked in the mirror, I recognized myself again. Unfortunately, the abuse that I suffered, it was to my mouth area and to my chin. And so my chin was pushed back, so it looked like I had this horrible frown on my face. I looked like I was the most miserable person. So it was really hard socially to have any kind of positive interaction, because with the scowl on my face, it really kind of made me unapproachable. And so I felt rather isolated because of that.
There's definitely no excuse for hitting someone, especially someone that you love. We all have problems, we all have issues, but we have to understand that you can't just hit somebody to solve your problems. You're only going to dig yourself in a bigger hole. So there just has to be different outlets for, men, and it's hard for us males, even myself, it's hard for us to break out our emotions, to show our emotions. We don't really have, not to stereotype girls or nothing, but we don't really have the girl talk, what I'm saying? We just kind of go with the flow, and we don't really just talk out our problems, and I think which leads to a lot of anger inside. But there's still, as much as anger you have, you don't hit nobody. You don't, that's not being a man. If you're hearing this, watching this, get involved, because this is in your community, the 818 community, and I'm your host, Ayo. I'm signing out. Peace and love.
Yeah. Am I to blame that my mind thinking is different? To look at me and say, yo, that kid is gifted. I try to remain prolific in my lyrics, and my notepad was a car. I know exactly how to steer it. I'll cruise away to the most relaxing atmosphere. 2009 was one of the worst passing years, but hey, I'm still here making different choices. With all the hate in the world, I feel I'm being poisoned. I might be deaf to the money, but I'll keep making noises.